Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, it's Lewis here, and welcome back to another episode of Prison Architect. I've been actually looking into the prison a little bit and deciding where I want to go with it, just so I have a better idea, so that the series is less boring for you guys, so I don't have to decide what I'm doing on the fly. And I noticed that we have a prisoner called Warren Cadwallader, and I know a lot of you are gonna, hear that second name and think, that's insane. Like, Cadwallader is like the stupidest name I've ever heard. Sorry if there's anyone out there called Cadwallader, but when I hear Cadwallader, I don't hear that when I hear Cadwallader. This is what other people have said to me when I've told them this story. The reason I am familiar with the name Cadwallader is because my father actually wanted to call me Cadwallader. Not my second name. My first name was going to be Cadwallader, and never ever have I seen it written down. Never have I heard of anyone called it. Have I ever I wouldn't even know how to spell it. Like, that's how little I knew about it. It's just a funny story that my parents told me. Interestingly enough, he also wanted to call my older sister Cadwallader. So wow, this is the first time I've ever seen it anyway. I thought I'd share that with you guys. Not that interesting, I know. But off camera. Oh, why is Dan Green outside? We have 8 prisoners still, so no one's escaped. I'm gonna get Dan Green moved back inside. Okay, let's play this. Here we go. Dan, can you please be moved inside? We've also got someone called Ed Cox, which is quite funny. But I think I've seen Cox before. Oh my god, I can't believe I just said that. I think I've seen the name Cox on Prison Architect before. Jesus. Okay, so mental health is done, maintenance, finance, and security is all done. Someone told me that I didn't choose legal and chose mental health instead and made a mistake. I'd just like to point out that's not a mistake, as legal is the one that says currently serves no purpose, which is, there you go, that's that there. So I've decided to make a reasonable goal this time, because that's something I've totally never done before. I want to have sort of 20 of each kind of prisoner. That's totally reasonable, totally doable, let's do it. Every time I've done this, I've tried to do something absolutely crazy. That's the problem. But first, someone else actually told me about road gates, so I want to install some of those straight up. I know they're pretty expensive, but I'm also pretty excited, so I don't give a crap really. I don't really want to. I don't know. Okay, let's just get this done, and then we'll look into what we're going to do with our prisoners. I don't want to fast forward it while they're here, because you know, that could end up bad for me. So fences are free, so that's fine. Just gonna get everything put in, then I'll when everything's sort of building, I'll leave it to fast forward. So we're gonna put a road gate there and a road gate there. So even if the prisoners make it into this area, it's not the end of the world, because, you know, the road gate will only be open when there's trucks. If they make it into here when there's trucks, holy crap, we're gonna be in trouble. But I'm thinking maybe we'll extend this fence up a bit, like up here, and then we'll put it across, and we'll have like a second area, so like with another gate, and it'll be like an airlock that stops the prisoners getting out. I'm kind of obsessed with the high security of this. I really like it. This isn't symmetrical. I sort of thought it was gonna be, because I was meant to do it off of this bit. But do you know what? This is fine, because there's actually nothing on this side here. We've got the garbage, which we can extend down. But over here, we don't need anything. We could put some like grass, and then maybe a tree in the middle. Wouldn't that be pretty? Why is the road gate open, though? That doesn't make much sense. Can we get Dan inside, please? Why is he just sat there? Is he meant to be there? Let's just leave him there for now. I'm sure he's all right. I'm sure we'll figure something out. Okay, so let's designate this as our holding cell, because that's what this is. Here we go. All of this is our holding cell, even these bits. And then in here, in these little bits, we're going to have toilets, not tables. They're going to be, you know, I've sort of given them a bit of privacy. They're sort of like stalls, but the doors are open, so the guards can walk by and sort of kick them in the shins if they're misbehaving while they're doing a poo. I mean, that's what I'd do if I was a prison guard and someone was misbehaving while they were pooping. I think probably the only way forward would be to kick them in the shins. I don't think we need that second door. There's not going to be enough prisoners going through the holding cell at any one point. I hope these guys... Let's put it on the middle timing. I've actually played this game in all of my series on the fastest time, always. But today, I'm just gonna slow it down, and we're just going to let things go at a speed. We're going to relax. I have a feeling that light being there is a problem. So maybe what I'll do is have, like... Huh. What if I turn this into a room? Yeah? Stay with me here, guys. You're gonna like this. So let's blast through here. We'll do this in fast motion. There's no reason not to. And then we kind of just want to put an entrance on it. Yeah, we're going to have to put a door behind the door. It's stupid, but it'll all work out in the end, I promise. Alright, so another thing we need to do is go to the utilities and just build some small pipes coming off the big pipe to go to the toilets. So everyone can poop. Because I think pooping is probably the most important sort of aspect of life. You mean, as a male, I know there's going to be a lot of girls out there that can't sort of get along with this. Because it's sort of physically, not physically impossible, but a bit more awkward. I can just sort of piss anywhere, you know? But pooping, I really struggle to do anywhere but a toilet. It's kind of like... Not just physically, I mean, I could just sort of squat in the woods for want of something a bit less grotesque to say. But, you know, I would find it too hard because I'd be shy, I'd be poo shy. So by extension of that, I just can't. So... A toilet is a very sacred thing to me, is what I'm trying to get at here. So I feel like having the toilet set up for the prisoners is more important than probably a lot of other things. I mean, they can't wash, they can't eat, so technically they can't even produce poop, but at the end of the day, at least they can. You know, that's what I'm thinking. I'm actually now going to do something else here that you guys might quite like. I'm going to set all the spare area of this to storage. So I'm going to leave an area like around the generator that will be kept like just for the generator's capacitors. And the rest of this will be storage, which means that they'll take the light that was blocking the gate. See, I was completely right. And now it's going to go into storage. And now our gate can shut. Everything's secure as heck. That's what I'm talking about, ladies and gents. Progress. Okay. So, another thing we can do for quick cash, supposedly, according to all of you guys in the comments, you're fantastic. I can get the new sell object and sell these logs. That pile of logs, 250. Another pile of logs, oh yeah, 250. So these logs are like money, basically. I know that sounds stupid. They are money. So when last time I recorded this and I said, hey, let's dump the trees because I can get them for free, I was wrong. Obviously, this is the update where they would change that mundane thing into having to dismantle the trees. But if you dismantle the trees, you get logs. And do you know what? Logs sell for a lot of money. 4 trees will buy me a road gate. 4 trees would buy me a metal detector. Do you know how many toilets I can buy with 1 tree? I can buy 2.5 toilets. And do you know how many poops a toilet can hold? Infinity, because toilets are reusable. Genius. 10 toilets with 4 trees, though. That's not bad. Ah, do I get more? Okay, it's with a stack of logs, which I presume I get 1 from each tree. I could be wrong, though. Ah, maybe not. Maybe I don't. What do I do with the tree stump? Do I have to dump that? I've been talking a bit much about dumping today with all the toilets and stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and say that this guard should probably go check on the good old guys here. So it looks like the guards have tired bards now, kind of like the dogs do. So let's slow this back down to play so no one gets upset while I have a little look around here. So in the objects, we've got beds and stuff still. We've got fridge, which has always been there. Road gate is new. Tree, I require groundskeeping. Costs me 100 now to place. But maybe I can use them for money. Who knows? Cooker was always there. Fridge, office desk, shower head. Just want to see what the new thing. I meant to watch the thing, but I didn't. So there's that. So it looks like everything's old except for the sofas, the drinks machine, and the cell object, and the road gate. So what does the drinks machine do? Do we have any new rooms? So maybe they just need a staff room more now. Oh, the staff room was never there before. Ah, I was getting confused with the other thing. Okay, so it looks like a staff room is pretty freaking important here. But let's get planning for the next part of our prison. So we want a 20 capacity. Well, first of all, we're going to want like a corridor, which I'm going to say should go like here. And then through the middle of the prison, which is this bit, we'll have, so like these two we'll get rid of. No, that one. Put that one back there. And then we'll sort of have something come through like this here. And then off of that we'll have like cells coming off like that. So we need like 10 on each side, I guess. So what's that? 5, 6. Need to extend this. 7, 8, 9, 10. Fine, brilliant. So that's counted out now. That's going to work in our favour all the time. I'm not going to have to count that every single time. I can't wait till it's day so that I can see all the trees that I'm going to have to knock down to get this prison up and running. I just hate the environment. Nothing makes me happier as a person than just destroying trees. I often go out into my garden with nothing but a chainsaw, sometimes even an axe, and just cut down a shit ton of trees, guys. I mean, really, that's just all I do. Okay, totally. This is awesome. This is working out great. So let me talk you through a little bit more of how I plan to do this. So this is going to be like one security of block here. So there's 20 people in there. And then we're going to have another security of block here and here. So we'll probably have... This is just going to be normal for now because it's going to be the first one that we build. But eventually it'll be maximum because it's like the furthest away from the edges so that they can't dig out and stuff. And it'll be the most deeply ingrained. And then so there'll be like a door here. Oh, let me do this with planning. There's going to be sort of a door. What there'll be like doors like this. So there'll be like a square of jail doors here, and they'll all be locked open at one time. And I'll probably do it. I might do it a bit differently. They won't be like this, but this is just to illustrate. And then behind it there'll be. Oh, it sounds like there's a bit of a riot. Let's pause this while I do all that. Oh, it still makes the riot noises, which is kind of annoying. I'm going to actually play it and send some guards in there. That would probably help. I mean, I don't want anyone dying. We've still got 8 prisoners up here, so I mean, no one's dead just yet. Yeah, so they're going to roll on in and sort it out. I mean, these prisoners are probably right to be annoyed because, you know, they can only poop and sit down. There's quite a lot of benches. I mean, they probably could just lay on a bench, but I don't think that's programmed. I don't think that's how the game kind of works. So, come on, just... Yeah, okay, so now that guy's handcuffed. Wait, I want the effects to go away, the sound effects. Okay, so they're no longer writing. Let's go back to planning. They can shut the hell up. If they want anywhere to sleep, they can keep quiet while I plan this prison, seriously. Oh, yeah, and then, so behind that we'll have... Or behind or in front of that, we're going to have, like, walls like this. So... Can I do this? And that one will be like that, I guess. That one might have to be right behind the door. And then, because this will have to be like a doorway to the actual cell. So we need to put the wall, and then we'll have like more doors. We'll have staff doors, more doors. We're going to Mordor, and then so there's like a layer of security not letting anyone out. So staff can go in, workers can go in, cleaners can go in and do their thing, but because it's a staff door, the prisoners can't come out. They will be free to move in their sections. So from here, there'll be like a yard, a kitchen, and, you know, a canteen serving the maximum security prisoners. Down here, there'll be a yard. Maybe the yard will go into the lake, because we could put the minimum security prisoners down here. They'll have a slightly nicer area to work in. They'll have like a big yard, and there'll be like a workshop that they're allowed to work in and stuff, and that'll be cool. And then the maximum securities will have like a shitty like a tiny yard. Maybe we won't put a staff door on the minimum security, and we'll have like a big cleaning cupboard in here and the laundry. And the minimum security prisoners will be, you know, they'll be allowed to do the work in all of the prison, because they'll be the guys that will be sort of doing the infrastructure and stuff, while we have the maximum security guys sort of locked down. They're not really allowed to do very much. We'll have increased guard patrols in here. Oh, this is going to be cool. I'm really excited for this now. So let's I'm just, for the sake of like being clean, I'm just going to delete all of that, and then I'm going to build a huge foundation like this. There you go. I'm not going to connect it up until it's built, because if I did the foundation over this bit, it like deletes the walls, I think. So we'll just have prisoners running around a big empty room, and we don't have enough guards to deal with that at the moment. We've only got 2, which is plenty for the amount of prisoners we have, and that's fine. Okay, so another thing we need to do is dismantle all of these trees, which that one is in progress. Okay, so they're going to dismantle all of these trees automatically, it looks like. But just for a bump in money, let's we'll grab these ones too. Because why the heck not? And then we'll get some money out of it. So let's go up to secondary speed now. Llama speed, and it looks like our good old guys will get to work. Good old games, good old guys. What happens when they go to the road gate? Do they have to wait for a guard? I'll open it for them. No worries. Don't fret. Don't fret, workers. Don't fret, workforce of the prison. I will totally sort you out, guys. It'll be totally sweet. So maybe along one of these corridors as well, we'll have like, so either side, in between the blocks, we'll have, so I'll have like a corridor here and a corridor here. And then, like I said about the airlock, we'll make the airlock the same sort of thing with the like 2 lots of staff doors. And then we'll have like a staff only corridor through here. And this will lead to like things like the solitary and infirmary, because I mean, like the infirmary we're going to want to share with the prison, the solitary we're going to want to share. I'm tempted to say as well that what we'll do is we'll have the canteens like way out here, and we'll have them all attached. We'll have like a square canteen here, square canteen here, square canteen here. They'll all be attached, and then we'll have one big kitchen. I might need separate kitchens. I don't know how they're going to handle the so, because I don't know if they'll spread the food evenly, like across the tables. I don't know if like multiple kitchens and stuff is working yet, but we'll totally try it. I might do some tests off camera even. But this has gone up now, so I'm gonna. They've got the noise of the trees falling down, so I'm gonna slap a big old door on that and hope that that's enough to get these guys working. Let's also go to sell object. I can't sell what's in the storage because I can't see what's in the storage. So one of my corridors is going to have to lead to security. One thing I might do actually very quickly is bring this along 2 cells. So no, not like that. 1, 2, bring it down like this. And extend it, and then just get rid of these cells like this. And then we'll have 1 here and 1 here. That's big enough for an office, and that leaves us more room to do sort of a bit more with the security over here. Well, yeah, let's build it like that. Let's do it that way. So I'm gonna put the foundations in here like that. This still requires an entrance, so we're gonna have to do it a different way. But that's cool. Let's for now we'll put this jail door on like that, just to make it recognise as the area. Open that up for these guys. Let's get the guards just go into the holding cell quickly to check up on everything while we wait. So it looks like everyone's cool. Everyone's sort of got, most of them have got handcuffs and stuff on now, just because, why the hell not? Because, I mean, they're prisoners. We've got to be careful here. They're behind this jail door and behind this jail door, but there is just an open part of the prison. So I'm just going to keep an eye on it and make sure everything's okay in that department. Sweet. I wonder how we'll do visitation as well. So I've sort of explained to you my main ideas here, guys. And things like visitation, I totally need ideas on how to do it. So if you've got any ideas, give us a shout. I'm just going to quickly do a remove tunnels sweep on the holding cell. It looks fine to me. So in the next episode, we'll be installing these walls. We'll probably get a load of the utilities we need as well, which will just be fantastic. I mean, I'm just so excited. Quick bonus before we end the video: bish bosh bash bosh bah bah bah. Loads of money. Look at that. I mean, 1850 just from a few trees. Ah, would you look at that? I mean, look at all these trees. This place is a gold mine. Jesus. I'm even going to go as far as just to indulge a little bit. Now that we're making a bit of cash off of these trees, let's make the front of the prison look nice. You guys, I'm just spoiling you guys now. Let's bump up the speed as well. The prisoner's going to be pissed because, you know, I'm doing all this like superfluous work on the prison, and they're just like, we want to go to sleep, and I'm like, you shouldn't have committed the crime if you weren't prepared to do the time. And then I'll put on a pair of sunglasses and walk off into the sunset. Alright, and then we want to get concrete tiles across this bit here, like that. Oh, look at this. It's beautiful here now. Fantastic. So those of you that don't like the building part of this series, I'm really sorry. I'm going to be trying to do some just prison management a bit later on. When the prison's a bit more up to date. When we've just got the normal people in, we won't introduce the next security straight away. We'll sort of manage and look around and sort of play with our prisons a little bit more. I get too excited about the building, I'm sorry. So thank you all very much for joining me. Thank you all very much for the support on the last video. I hope that you'll do the same for this one. Plenty of likes, plenty of comments. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.